Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today, we shall be exploring the question, why did Godfather of Harlem turn into Snowfall? I'm trying to figure this out. But we're going to talk about Season 3, Episode 6, Cocaine. Let's just see where this goes. Kim, what did you think of this episode?
It was okay. It was, I guess, better than previous ones. What I'm trying to figure out, and maybe you guys can help me with this. So you go from selling the douchey, which I think is heroin, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you want to sell cocaine to your people. So I'm just trying to understand, if you're trying to do better towards your community, would you switch up the drug? Or would you just stop selling drugs and like start a numbers racket or something? Like,
but how else is he going to support his family?
Well, I mean, like I said, he could have started a numbers racket, right?
Or
they said that they were losing on the numbers to the gypsies or whatever.
Okay, well then, you know what? Get a goddamn job. Or how about you?
I mean, he's a black man in America. How is he supposed to get a job?
He has several businesses. He has the club. He has the extermination thing, which I've never heard him say ever. Ever. So, but he has this extermination place, according to Mamie, right? And I'm sure he has other small businesses, right? Because from what I read about him, he did have small businesses, right? So you mean to tell me that those businesses are not making the money? He needs more money. So now you're just going to pollute the community with cocaine now, which eventually will turn into what?
Crack.
No,
only
freebase first. Freebase first.
So then only because, again, it was the price point. Then we as black folks could not afford fucking cocaine, so they made crack because it was cheaper and happened to be more addictive. But so like with this, it just hypes you up and helps you dance all night. So he's actually trying to improve the community with cocaine, because they keep them up while they work. Mm-hmm. And I don't know.
Well, I mean, cocaine is not true, because jazz people did cocaine. We know that, right? And musicians, period. They did cocaine because it did keep them up, and they were able to be in the clubs late at night and stuff. So we know before Bumpy started selling it, it was already in our music community, entertainment community. Let's say that, right? Okay. We know that because they had the money to buy it, right? So now you're going to put it to the lower folks, right? Gotta bring it down. Let's break it down, because they deserve the same opportunity.
That's right. It's called equality. Exactly. It's all about equality. Damn it.
It's like, this is the dumbest shit.
Hey,
this is us.
What? Oh, that's also a good show though. But but to the point though, we did discuss this last episode to be like, we got to do something different, right? Like, we can't just be chasing the doogie all the time. Right. So let's try to at least change up the drug and the situation.
Yes, and that's great. That's wonderful. But it's still kind of the same old thing. But anyway, okay. So I did enjoy the one thing that I knew about Jose Battle was that he was not Bumpy's friend. Like, I know I'm not alone on this, right? Did everybody know that there was something about Jose that was just a little bit off? I was like, this motherfucker, I don't see him as an ally. Like, I don't. I see him as, if he had to set up Bumpy, he'd do it in a heartbeat. Like,
I didn't get why they were trying to sell us that they were friends.
Exactly. Yeah, because no, you guys are not friends. What are you, friends because you're, because
both
he's
minorities.
Black and one is Latino? No, no. There is. No. I knew there was something up with him, right? Him and his CIA friend.
Teddy McDonald. Excuse me.
Yeah. So anywho, and then maybe with her cockamamie ideas, pun intended, it's like, what? Like, so now you're gonna, because you want to help your husband, the drug dealer, to get a loan from the government. Okay, you're gonna sit there and actually break the law, like your husband, just to help him out. What? Why is Mamie changing now? Why is she now trying to break laws to help this man? He didn't ask her to help him. What is wrong? I was like,
She
this
was
is
trying to help him.
huh?
She was trying to help herself.
Yeah, well, it was disguised as helping herself too. It would help both of them because the more money her husband has, the more money she has, so she can buy pretty dresses and get her hair and nails done. So
she wants power. She wants power and she wants position.
Yeah,
that's what she wants as a woman. She wants to be in power.
Yeah,
because every time she gets somewhere, it's like, oh, that's Bumpy Johnson's wife, and then they'll get rid of her.
Right.
She wants to be somewhere to be recognized on her own. She was just using that as a way to kind of get in.
True. Did anybody understand why she was getting drunk? Was it guilt that was making her get drunk like that?
She knew she was doing wrong.
Yeah, I was like, so the guilt is making you drunk? Like, no, bitch, you know what you did. So what you're trying to do, right? Anywho, so let's just say I was glad to see Adam Powell.
Oh, okay. I got you.
That's great to see him. Sorry. Love always seeing him. Yeah. So anywho, I mean, it was an okay episode, so all right, that's it. That's all I got.
Chris, what do you got? I see you thinking.
This episode's I didn't. The whole thing with Mamie, it's just I'm getting tired of all these shows really, where you got spouses who basically know who their significant
the man
other
who's
is.
Getting married.
Well, they they knew who their significant other is. They get to enjoy the lavish luxuries of the thing that comes out of it, and then all of a sudden they're like, you are destroying our community, or we should not do anything illegal. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, return everything you had, return that bag, return that fur coat. I don't touch that coat. Like, come on, man. Like, it just gets annoying. So then when I see her like get upset about forgery, it's so funny. When I was a kid or whatever, I can say this now because I didn't get away with it. But like, you know what I mean? But when those little pink slips they when you get in trouble, you had to take home or whatnot.
Yeah.
I try to forge that shit. You know what I mean? Forging a document, bruh. Come on now. Like, I didn't get away with it or whatever. They were like, oh, we're looking at your handwriting compared to your. I was like, damn, I should have traced it. I knew it. Damn it, I should have traced it. You know what I mean? I was like, God damn it. Something told me put a paper overlay and put a little light. It's like, damn it. But it was just laughable that she was just like, so like, oh my God, I'm doing something so illegal as to forge a document. I'm like, get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? I was hoping that she really kind of said she got drunk more because of what happened with that painter in the last episode or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, that would have made more sense in a way. You know what I mean? Because she was looking out for that kid, and as we saw at the end, like, kid's gone. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, so that always annoys me when any show or movie does that. You know what I mean? But yeah, as far the whole cocaine thing is a joke to me, because my thing is like, look at your customers. Your customers are the Black community, right? You know what I mean? Like in 1960s, who the heck, like, and you selling cocaine makes no sense. It just didn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It's a rich person's drug. So, so a lot, especially if you're talking about like 1960s, selling from some Black people in Harlem, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, I know they're trying to switch it up, but like, damn, man, y'all just grasping at straws with this whole cocaine thing. You know what I mean? It would have made sense if this was more of like downtown Miami by some rich by some these white people or some Colombians or whatnot. But no, they're in Harlem selling to other Black people cocaine, not crack, but cocaine. How does that make sense? Like, but okay. So that's where I'm at with this whole thing. Yeah, the whole I'm kind of with you already with the whole thing. They're letting this Malcolm X story happen already. I'm just like, so hurry, somebody. I know y'all want to kill Malcolm. Hurry up and kill Malcolm, okay? You know what I mean? Have either Omar either like betray Elisa's trust, or have the CIA guy all of a sudden get more. I don't know. Whatever they're trying to do to get to Malcolm or whatever, just do it, because this whole thing is just getting old. I'm feeling. And even though I like the replacement they have playing Malcolm or whatnot, it doesn't add anything to the story. It just doesn't. You know what I mean? It doesn't add anything to the story. So I'm just over it. I'm just over it. And unfortunately, only way to do that is to do what happened. You know what I mean? So yeah. So other than that, this episode was a definite in my book. So.
Thank you, Chris. Stacey, any other comments?
I thought it was a decent episode. I'm just kind of tired of Bumpy behaving like he's smarter than the average bear. Like I'm just gonna lie to the CIA and just tell them whatever. Like nobody's ever thought of that before. I'm sure people have tried and they've not gotten away with it. So why is that your go-to? Like, it didn't make sense. Is Malcolm wearing a toupee? His hair was looking a little like a lace front or I don't know. It was looking weird today. Yeah, Stella needs to die quickly and brutally. I hate her.
Total agreement.
I knew she was gonna get somebody killed, and I knew it wasn't gonna be Joe. So funny looking dude. Don't he get murdered on like every show that he's in?
Yeah. He's now the second Power Book 3 actor to end up on Godfather of Harlem. I was like, I want Zisa to somehow to end up on Godfather of Harlem as one of the Cuban women. I want to see her come back.
Right. Once they figure out how to make cocaine into crack, she'll be a crackhead.
I said that. I said somehow they're gonna be like, you know what?
And then the other guy from Power Book 3 will come over as a crackhead.
Yes, he'll return to be the first one to test out the crack. He's like, you know what, Mumpy, this is it. This is what I've been looking for.
No, actually, he's already on this show. That's right. He was the tester.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, the same guy. Yeah. I wonder. It makes me think, is he a crackhead in real life? I mean, it's like
probably was.
He just gets typecast. He's like Bubs from The Wire.
He like he has some real life experience. Yeah. That's what makes him so great.
He's a method actor. He's a method actor. I didn't even think about that. Good work, Chris. 2 points for you. This is where you come for the humor. Stacey, anything else?
Yeah.
All right. Jamani, please. I see season 3 behind you. What you got?
And Method Man from Power Book 2 is on here as well. So.
Oh shit! Thank you, Jamani. That's 3. Damn it! It's 50's behind this somehow. I gotta figure this out. He's probably behind the soundtrack too. I gotta figure this out. Anyway,
that's Swiss Beats. That's Swiss Beats.
Somehow 50's connected though. Somehow, but that's 3 actors.
They're both musicians, and it's a drug show.
Damn it.
And all the people who are in one drug show run to another drug show
just to stay paid. Tariq is gonna end up in this season. Yeah. Tariq is gonna be the one who shoots Malcolm. Bam.
Oh God, no.
Bam.
I already hate him. They really gonna hate him then.
I was
like, Stella's mother, Stella's stepmother too.
She was the power. Yep.
Shit.
She was the
Angie's boss. She was Angie's boss.
Yep. Lesbian boss. Remember, she was a lesbian.
Yeah, she was. She also a lesbian. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. Jamani, please. Hey, you're killing this thing. Anything else?
All right. So I do not like whoever wrote this episode needs to take that scene with Elise, Omar, and Omar's mama, and that should have been recycle bin and delete. Like
I thought it was hilarious.
I don't care about Omar and his mama. I'm like, what? Next episode he gonna disown his mama and be like, what?
No, he's gonna kill Malcolm, so he's no longer an issue in their relationship.
Yeah.
I like you guys hate Stella. I could care. Like I'm so indifferent for Elise. I'm like, can she just like this ground just open up and she just fall in and like if she was never heard from again, I like she serves no purpose for me. Like she's.
She needs to go visit her daughter.
Right? Go down south. In fact, why is the daughter still gone? Like the threat is gone. So why is the daughter still gone?
Because she's a grown woman with breasts now.
It turned out she actually got pregnant and she's having a baby right now. They don't want to say nothing, so she's gonna stay down south for a few more months.
Yeah,
she's gonna come back as a single mother. I was like, season 4, baby. Anyway, go ahead, Giovanni. I'm sorry.
I've heard all of your criticism. I agreed with everything about the cocaine. Even to the extent that I'm like, that scene was the most unrealistic scene I've ever seen in my life. They're burning cocaine in open.
That doesn't get you high.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, there's no mask, there's no gloves. It's just we're just shoveling it in. Like,
and it's like dust all in the air, and it's like,
wait. Why were they not butt naked? Because every show we have
that's drug dealers. This is the government. They're burning it.
Yeah,
it's not money.
Snowfall, it don't matter what the race. Whoever is doing the cocaine is butt ass naked.
That's only
they put the cocaine in the bag.
Well, that's for black people.
Because other people don't steal. It's only the black people.
And so also Snowfall, the Mexicans. That's how the Mexicans did it. They stripped those women down and they're in their drawers. They could be butt naked.
Well, because they're stealing too.
They steal too. I'm about to say what your butt.
Like, only black people do it. I'm just saying we haven't seen white people.
Yeah, minorities still.
I know, right? I said I need white people butt ass naked handling cocaine because that's how you do it with masks on. I don't know how that works, but that's all I want to see. Anyway,
yeah, that didn't make any sense. I was like, they should be dead by now.
High
the intake of the fumes should have killed everybody in the room.
Anyway, come on.
Okay, so they said it in the episode, and they really did the poorest job of bringing the point home that all of his businesses are suffering. That the brothel, I guess they just call it a whorehouse or whatever. The gambling spots, all of these different things need to be emphasized that they are suffering and how cocaine can be applied. Because playing devil's advocate to all of your points, and my initial point was that you give these people cocaine to keep them there, to keep them spending more money.
And
it is just an additive. Yeah. It is as everyone has said, we only use it in ounces because it can only be used as an incentive. Like, this is what keeps you here gambling. This is what keeps you having sex longer so we can charge you more. It's just a stimulant. It's not something that is a quick high and you come down and you want more, and it's not something that's going to sell out. It's something that you add on top of something else. And that's all that he can do, is just use it to keep his other businesses afloat. It's not going to, reinvent the wheel in Harlem.
But I did look up one thing, Jemani. Frank Matthews, he actually did sell heroin and cocaine from 1965 to 1972. So cocaine was in the mix in there during that time. So I don't know how he sold it, but he's actually a drug trafficker. So
yeah, but I'm saying he had both. So Bumpy doesn't have the other. So it is. I'm like, I don't know how you can.
But I think he's getting away from the other because he doesn't want to hurt his community.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, without the heroin, you're just going to be scraping by. You're not going to be a kingpin. As far as this whole Stella story, I'm like, I've never seen somebody contradict themselves in the same episode so quickly. It was. I don't want to be responsible for somebody else's death for 40 minutes, and then in the last 5, you kill somebody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I am astonished at at how quick of a turnaround these writers were able to do, and they expect the viewers to actually care that, oh, she vindicated her husband, that she was only married for what, 24 hours,
10 seconds.
12
God, they
hours?
were even married.
I'm like, and this is the guy who killed the supposed love of her life for the first season of the whole show, and they were only romantically involved for like 2 episodes last season.
Yep.
And we're supposed to be rooting for her to do this. I'm like, if I didn't see that actor being such a racist in Power Book 3, I wouldn't have been so satisfied to see him go. But you know, it really didn't make any sense.
I agree. I agree. Particularly specifically, as you said, I don't want to be responsible for someone's death. But then she purposely told the lawyer, fucking Columbo is trying to fuck me, but don't tell my dad. You trifling lying bitch. Yes. You knew what you were doing. You knew that this lawyer would tell fucking Chin, who obviously is not coming back for the seasons. So to the comments, where's Chin, David? Y'all take away the best part of this, Godfather of Harlem. Absolutely. Clearly, he's not coming back. Clearly, the stepmom is not available because she's made no effort to be like, I got to kill this bitch before she tells somebody I tried to kill her or tell my husband. So clearly, Chin is too busy doing Daredevil, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. That.
Yeah. So that told me though that Chin is coming back then, because if Chin is not coming back, they would have just effed the whole, like, killed the whole family at that point. You see what I'm saying?
No, because like
they're keeping him around means like he is coming back eventually.
They're putting a placeholder.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
No, because I originally was looking at this like, yo, Chin is like, they act like he's done. Like I was thinking like he's just out of it. Like the act, like to your point, like the actor was just too busy. He just won't come back. But that kind of makes sense in the sense of like this is just a placeholder. You know what I mean? So
this series is a placeholder. I'm like, this is the place where actors go when their main show isn't filming. It's like you see Giancarlo Esposito. Yo, when the Mandalorian isn't on, I'll be in Godfather of Harlem. It's like this is where other actors go to moonlight.
Like it's a side hustle. This show's a side. So the cocaine thing again. In this season, they said it was a supply and demand. The supply is so limited that that therefore they can charge a lot. But if CIA, hence Wild Bill / Teddy McDonald, can provide barrels of cocaine at any time, they could sell it at a price that the average poor black man can afford. I'm like, the only thing that drives the price is the fact that it's very little, but if they have that much, they can just sell it to where they can afford it and they can still make money. So it's not like cocaine itself is so powerful, only white people can inhale it. Like it's just a matter of fact of what you charge for it. And so they can do it. As we saw in Snowfall, you drop the price a couple of $1,000 a key because you're trying to sell it. Franklin is trying to convince Big D to be his customer.
All right, I'll put you this way.
That's concentrated. That's different.
No, it's not. Like, no, it's not. He's selling cocaine. He's giving bricks. Big D's going to make it.
Okay, he's also in LA. I don't know. I mean, but he's yeah. I don't think, especially for that timing, that that as far as like trying to cut down the price for coke, at least not in the 1960s, that was like a viable option at that point. You know,
but this made up story, they're not paying for it. It's not costing them anything.
I understand.
The CIA is giving it to them.
Yeah. I understand they're not paying for it, but the problem is that it's a drug that isn't reusable very quickly. It's like the difference between
watching TV.
Yeah, who's doing that?
Not me.
It's like the difference between like coffee and like those and like amphetamines. Like amphetamines, like you'll go up, or like those energy shots, you'll go up and you'll come back down. But it like if you have something that can sustain you for a long period of time, you're not going to come back to it. It doesn't have that quick effect that it needs to sell. No matter how cheap you make it.
But but it does, because the entertainment already in Harlem and other places, they were already using cocaine for that purpose. It was meant to keep them. They were nightclub people. They needed to stay up all night to entertain people, right? The hookers were using it also because they got to entertain damn near all night long, right? So if you look at the history of cocaine that came, over or whatever, when they started really doing that stuff, it was always always an upper. So the more, and what happens is you take it, it makes you, you get this euphoria, and then eventually it slows down and slows down. So then you take more.
Yeah.
And you take more.
I'm not saying that people aren't going to use it. I'm saying the amount, like you're saying, like the amount
of it, they're going to keep continuing to buy it because they want to replenish their supply. Because they need it to keep themselves up. Yeah.
Like it's free supply, bro. Like this is so not believable. Like my problem, like at least Snowfall made some kind of sense that Franklin and them were paying for the cocaine, but this fucking Wild Bill is being blackmailed into giving the just cocaine for free. And he's gonna pay them with the profits. I'm like, this is some stupid shit I would expect to see in BMF season 2. Like this.
I can't understand what the blackmail was. What was the point?
So they want us to believe that the CIA is scared that a black man in the 60s is gonna tell the newspapers that the CIA tried to kill fucking JFK, which I'm pretty sure is already a theory out there. So what the fuck? Like, this is what we're doing? I really wanted to find out that JFK was a light-skinned black man who was pretending to be an Irish Catholic, and that's why they killed him.
That was J. Edgar Hoover.
And where's J. Edgar Hoover? Because you remember, like in X-Men, all of a sudden he was a mutant, and that's why the government killed him. I'm like, let's just make some bullshit up so we can. In X-Men,
yeah, they did. They said he was a mutant.
Future past. Magneto said that the government.
See, I never. Yeah, I fell asleep in that movie, so I couldn't even tell. Okay. I was like, what X-Men movie you talking about? Oh, but you talking about the horrible one? Okay, got it. Yeah.
Well, there's many of them, but yeah, I was like, stop it. Like, to your point, Jamani, of like how they're rewriting history. Now he's a part of the CIA, of the JFK assassination. Now he's somehow connected to the Bay of Pigs, which I think should have happened by now. Like, it's like, what the fuck are we doing with Bumpy?
I'm like, yeah, Kennedy has been dead on the show, so I'm like, all this stuff is past tense. He's like getting relayed he's getting all of this passé information from the guy he spoke to, and the CIA guy is intimidated by old information. Like, it's not even active investigations that are going. This is stuff that has already been closed out.
Wait, no. JFK's assassination was not closed out.
If old boy got killed for it, guess what? I mean, like they arrested the assassin, the lone assassin, and they got killed. Like that's
but it's been opened and closed and opened and closed and opened. That joint is open right now.
Well, it's just silly.
This is how to be investigated. Let's just say
that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like, this whole we're blackmailing the CIA bullshit. I was like, Teddy didn't even try to do that.
I don't. Okay, this is just like mayor of Kingstown. You are really trying to have a story that makes sense and a cohesive story. This is not going to be that show. I don't know who's writing this, but it is so fantastical. It pulls small pieces of history, and then it's like, see, we sprinkle some history into the bullshit. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So sorry, Jamani, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The end of that, to the end of the threat, I have Adam Clayton Powell. Right, they took pictures of him meeting with his daughter, meeting with Malcolm X. They have him under basic surveillance, right? And he's saying, I have an insurance policy under a person I haven't even contacted, haven't been seen with in months and weeks. And he's gonna publicly, come out and tell everything if I go missing. But I haven't spoke to him, and you must know that because you have pictures of me doing everything I've been doing.
Also true. Also, are we supposed to forget that Bumpy killed a journalist for the CIA? And guess who's not writing stories anymore? that journalist. So what the fuck are we even doing with this right now? Like, you just proved that journalists are nothing and they can easily be bumped off. Get to the comments. Stella needs to go. I'm tired of her ass. You know who's not tired of her ass? Every man that she runs across wants some of that. I can't believe she lied about somebody trying to fuck her, dude. I'm like, this.
Why are you surprised? This is Stella.
I know she trifling, bro. Every time I try to give her some benefit of the doubt, she just becomes more trifling.
Why?
Yeah, don't do that.
I was like, oh, also too bad writing, right? Man says, hey, yeah, by the way, passively, hey, by the way, I'm the one who murdered your husband. Yeah, that wasn't your dad. Actually, he tried to stop me, but yeah, I killed that dude. Anywho, I'm about to give you an exact detailed plan of how I'm about to murder this other guy that you told me not to murder. Oh, by the way, I gave you a gun earlier. I gave you a gun, and I'm telling you that I want you to be there when I'm about to murder this other guy that you told me not to murder. And somehow we're supposed to be surprised that Stella murdered this dude.
And nobody will be able to hear it because there will be car crashing. Stop
it. You are insulting us. Anyway, the person who reviewed last time and said, why y'all watch this show? I dare you to go to the comments and tell me you're entertained by this shit. Like, this makes some kind of sense to you. I dare you.
Slightly entertaining.
But they took the framework. They were like, CIA is using black drug dealers to pay for the war against the Contras. Fuck all that. CIA is using black drug dealers to kill Castro. I'm like, I've seen this story before, and it was done better. Like, damn it. At least don't want Omar. We all know
what happened to the Vietnam War.
And I'm like, the CIA needs information from Bumpy Johnson on what Malcolm X did. Like, that don't sound right at all.
But all they're doing is laying the foundation of who's going to kill Malcolm, because he's going to be killed. But I'm just saying the I could see that being a fool's errand. Like, we're doing this to see if you're going to confirm what we already know. We want to see that this is just a test, right? This is like when they said, we're going to get the information one way or the other, and they're like, we got to get that information. Like, we don't have it. Like, how do you not have that information? Like, this is like that part is the unbelievable part. Like, you want me to believe that they didn't have means of getting the information other than like Bumpy Johnson or torture. And it don't make. What's up, Chris? Oh, he's talking. Also, so Mamie knew who she was married. That being said, how does Mamie think this whole storyline about the legit business bullshit was completely unnecessary? Because I thought Bumpy was going to find out that his wife was going behind his back and trying to take over his business, and he was going to fuck her up. Like, that's why I thought this story was going. But like, none of that happened. And I'm like, how is this not happening? Like, how do you not know what your wife is doing with one of the few legit businesses that you got? Like, this. It was unnecessary. It went nowhere. Like, I mean,
because they trying to make Mamie relevant, and I don't know why.
Send her down south with Margaret and Elise. Just send them all south.
Send them all south.
Like, damn it. I'm hating this show for the wrong reasons.
Okay.
I'm hating it for the wrong reasons?
Yeah, I'm hating this show for the wrong reasons.
I need to understand
what's going on with what's going on with the writing with these guys. I have no fucking clue. Where's Margaret? She's down south, and puberty has hit, and so now she can't be a young girl anymore. They're treating Margaret like Yaz. I hear you, and I say yes, but there's a reason in this show though, because they're sticking with the main actress, with the same actress, and she's growing up, right? Yaz got played by at least two different actresses. They just didn't give a fuck about the character. I mean, they were just like, I don't know why she even here. So not the same thing. I'll send fucking Stella to Paris permanently. Get the fuck. I don't know what was happening. Like, she does need to go to Paris in a box at this point. Wait a minute, David. Wild Bill was a character in For Life. 50 Cent has a kid. What? Damn it. Wild Bill played a character in For Life. Damn it. 50 Cent strikes again. Like, that so was also shit. Which character? I was like, damn, I need to know. I finally caught y'all live. Thanks, Mo. You've been a very a good commenter for our Godfather of Harlem reviews. I would like to know if you think this is going in a good direction. Again, I asked for this. We need to do something different. Heroin got tiring. Cocaine, it makes more sense in that sense that they need to switch it up. How they did it don't make a lot of sense. Like, we don't have to bring the CIA being involved and all this other shit. Like, I need to know. I feel what assassination is coming up. Somehow Bumpy is going to help Martin Luther King avoid being killed because he hasn't got murdered yet. So it's Malcolm first, right? Malcolm and then Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King gets murdered like 3 years after Malcolm.
All right, so I feel like somehow it's going to be connected. Like, they're going to change time to where both of them were about to be assassinated, and CIA didn't know which one they wanted to kill first, and Bumpy's going to stop both of them. Like, Bumpy's going to be like, he's going to die taking the bullet for Malcolm, but Malcolm still dies. That's what's going to happen. Yes.
To think about cocaine, maybe one thing that can make cocaine popular in this show is that maybe this young kid comes in and calls himself Jimmy. You know what I mean? And it's like, he's very popular. You know, all he wants to do is play his little guitar. You know, and then all of a sudden he goes up on that stage. You know, his name is Hendrix. You know what I mean? And then cocaine becomes just this big becomes this big thing. You know what I mean? So here's Bumpy and Hendrix over here. It's like, oh yeah.
They were tight.
It's the right time. It's about the same time.
They were tight.
Oh, yeah. You know, he's tight with every other figure in the 60s and 70s, apparently. So
except for
why not? You know, I mean, why didn't he bring back like Ali? Like, Muhammad should be back, right? Shouldn't he be back like around this time? I'm surprised. Or is he still in jail? Is he in jail at this point? I guess for dodging the draft. I can't remember.
Damn it, that's a good point. Muhammad,
he might be in jail. Actually, not thinking about it.
Well, he's not even mentioned. Like, you would think Malcolm would be trying to help him. I mean, he's not, if he's in jail, like Malcolm. Also, they haven't acknowledged in America that Malcolm has changed his views on race. That, like, he's like, I met good, white Muslims and brown Muslims, and we all could be something. Like,
that's a good point. They made such a big deal of like.
I'm like, maybe that was what the mother was trying to say at the dinner table, but Elise just got up and walked out, so we didn't get to hear all of it.
Yeah, I thought it, but to David's point, it made it seem like it was going to be this big thing, like the way it ended, like where like Malcolm kind of looked around like, damn, like my life was forever changed. And I really did think that was going to be like the guiding force as far as like what we're going to see the next couple episodes, that would lead the Nation of Islam to really come after his ass. You know what I mean? And we haven't gotten that. I mean, they'll probably add it later on, but it won't be as significant as if they would just did it like right from the beginning. I don't know.
I think they're going for, they want to keep him more like militant. So he's the one that trying to unite the African nations against America. So when CIA is the one that kills them, like that's a different reason. If he comes out as, there's good white people out there and maybe there's a plan we can try to work together, then that negates the CIA angle. That he's a communist trying to take down America and shit. Like they're I think they're gonna change that kind of thing to give him more of a reason that the government wants him dead, as opposed to where is the Nation of Islam? Wasn't the Elijah Muhammad, what he in seasons one, like season one, like you could see him when he was being like persecuted.
Yeah, he was in it. Yeah. It was the dude from Amen, right? Wasn't he there?
Yeah. So I'm like,
I don't know.
What happened to that? What? Damn it.
Well, once Malcolm broke from them, they stopped showing it.
Yeah, but where the hell is Farrakhan at this point? Shouldn't they show like a young Farrakhan? Like, what the hell?
That's a good point.
Are they afraid? Maybe they're afraid of that.
Child, he's young. I think.
Was he that young?
This is not the Malcolm X show. This is the Bumpy
It
Johnson
needs to be.
show.
I mean, I was about to say, you know what? Stacey took the words right out of my mouth. The way they keep focusing on Malcolm, it might as well have been. You know what I mean? Like 50% of the show is him.
But Farrakhan, he's Chicago based, just like
is he?
What you would call it, like Elijah Muhammad.
Elijah Muhammad?
Yeah, they're both Chicago based, so they would only travel. You'd only see them like travel to Musk number. I forgot the number. In Harlem, and then they go back, so they weren't like local. So
the reason I bring up the Nation. The reason I bring up the nation because Omar's mom is so upset at least for supporting Malcolm. That's because he's going after the prophet, right? So if they would have kept that more active in the story, you could understand her just snapping on Elise. And she's like, "You were so beautiful." Elise should have been like, "Well, this before or after he called me a whore?" Because he did do that. So I'm just trying to figure out like when he speaks so highly of me, my dear. And why would she go to how did she not know at least enough to know that she works with Malcolm in the first place? They make it seem like she just figured that out at the dinner.
Yeah. So I guess they're trying to make it seem like Oscar just didn't tell her everything. It's more like, here's a woman that I love, and he was just trying to check him out. To your point, I would imagine like if that's your mother and you want to make sure that this person is supposed to be your wife, you would try to know everything. But I guess they try to make it, they set it up to make it look like he just found out about her for the first time through Oscar, which didn't work. But
it didn't work because remember, he was going to marry her in the last season, right? So this whole mama bullshit should have happened then.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Fuck.
But I think he was in the nation then, so I think he had a little bit more leeway. Now it's like
you still have You have to when you go on dates and stuff like that. You have to have a chaperone.
Yeah,
no, I'm saying that he was seeing her in an official capacity, so they might not have had to go on a date because they're seeing each other every day in that official capacity. Now it's like
I'm sure they went on a couple of dates last season. I feel weird that because he was about to marry her. That don't make no damn sense.
He actually got engaged to her.
Yeah, so Mama would have been involved, bro.
In any kind of relationship, been involved before the engagement.
Yeah. It's this bad writing. I
agree.
This is not the Malcolm show. Could have been said. I could have said it better myself. Look at that.
Thanks, Mo.
Yeah. I don't know. Tell it to the writers. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be.
Look, this show is over, so we can just complain until it's completely done. How many episodes?
I know, right? Damn. We got 3 more episodes. They should call it blue magic. I mean, red magic.
Okay.
I love it. I was like, they're doing too much. Like, if these are the last few episodes, I'm not sure what we're trying to achieve here. We do need to be focused on Malcolm's assassination.
This is going to be the precursor to Fire.
Oh,
okay.
I was like, then it's all connected. Like,
so that's why it's called red magic. It should be called red magic.
Where's the Duncans? Damn it.
Are they out of New York? Yes, they are. Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm telling you.
The Ghostbuster dad knew Bumpy. He was one of the his proteges.
Right. So I mean, after he killed Method Man and all of them, it was just the Duncan family left to help run the streets. The only Muslim who didn't need a chaperone was the holy apostle himself, which is interesting since he was the one fucking all the women.
You mean girls?
Yeah.
Also, excuse me.
Yep.
Young girls.
KJ's right. KJ. He said, I think we can agree that BMF and Godfather Harlem is not living up to their promise. True.
Yes. Yeah, but both of them are, trash. But we're still Operation Mongoose. Well, I don't know what we're doing with this. I was like,
I think that's a real thing, actually.
Oh yeah, probably look that up. I mean, so
it's just not. But do we really care though? Like, I mean,
no.
That's the thing. No. I mean, okay, like they treat that the problem I have with the show is that they keep trying to bring in historical events that actually happened, like to make it seem like to give everyone like, that was all like based on the real thing.
Cuban. I'm sorry, it's the Cuban Missile. The Cuban Missile Crisis. Yeah, and it was in October 16, 1962.
Yeah, I mean, say that for a Hulu show. This is freaking Godfather, freaking Harlem. Like what?
That's no. JFK was alive. Never mind.
Yeah, it says it was the Cuban Project, also known as Operation Mongoose, was an extensive campaign of terrorist attacks against civilians and covert operations carried out by the United States Central Intelligence Agency in Cuba. It was officially authorized on November 30th, 1961 by U.S. President John F. Kennedy. The name Operation Mongoose had been agreed at prior White House meeting on November 4th, 1961. I know that sentence sounds weird, but that's how it's written.
I want to know when is it that we're going to get the episode that Bumpy visits the White House? Because you know it's going to happen. Bumpy's going to. It's going to happen. Like it's going to be him and Lyndon B. Like Lyndon B. Like you know.
Hey, you know what?
You know.
Again, we said Forrest Whitaker is Forrest Gump. He's gonna go up there for an award. And he's gonna be like, he said, "What happened? I have to pay." Yeah. I think he said he had to pay. I was like, he's gonna walk out and be like, well,
he said, "Yeah, yo, we're gonna be 50-50 partners." You know, like
you know what? We actually found out that the Russians, the only positive outcome of the operation was that it generated the intelligence which tipped off Washington that the Russians were placing nuclear missiles in Cuba.
Okay, I was like, how did this connect to the Cuban Missile Crisis? I was like, so they're trying to kill Castro and found some missiles.
Yes.
And they're like, oh shit. That started the whole other thing. That's what they should.
It's funny because you know they still haven't announced that Castro died, right?
Oh, really?
He's been dead. His brother's running the country. They still haven't said that. I'm like, why? Because they want the illusion that he's about the strength for some reason.
He can never die. Yeah. I kind of wanted back history after previous episodes. I kind of want to know that Bumpy somehow used his connections to help with the Cuban Missile Crisis. Like he helped negotiate. Like he was somehow he was involved.
I'm actually surprised he wasn't the one that met Che Guevara instead of Malcolm X. But whatever, you know what I mean.
Hey, the season's not over yet, Chris.
True. So true.
They're all at the whole house just having a good meeting. About
I was waiting until he meets Buzz Aldrin, and so he's like, hey, I got an idea. When you're in space, this little thing.
He gonna be in the moon too.
Oh my bad. He died in 2016 at the age of 90. My bad.
Which one is it? Who is this now?
Castro.
Oh, yeah, she's like, it's been a while. It's like it's because that. Oh, anyway. Shit. What's up?
To what Kim was saying about that, Cuba would be basically out of poverty if they would actually cash America's checks for Guantanamo Bay, because that's like 70, 80 years of checks.
They were getting paid?
Yes, we rent that land, Guantanamo Bay, on the soil of Cuba.
From Cuba?
Yes, that's in Cuba. They never cash the checks because they don't like America.
Wow.
So they would be out of poverty if they'd actually cash them checks, and we'd be in trouble because we don't.
They could have built that on Haiti land, which is very broke, but they said we'd rather give that money to Cuba. I was like, racist. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
But as far as Bumpy going anywhere, I have not seen an episode all 3 seasons, and you correct me if I'm wrong. He has not left Harlem. Everything happens within his block.
Yes.
We're not going to see him at the White House. Lyndon B. Johnson is coming to his project penthouse or something like that. Yes. It's not, or the back of his sewing shop as we saw today. He's not going out of New York.
I agree with Chris. I think earlier, I'm sorry, Chris. I think Chris, you made a statement that it would have been nice if Mimi was getting drunk because of the artist, right? That's why she was drinking. It would have showed, and then that would have maybe further help with Bumpy with this whole oh my God, I am destroying my community. If she's the one that commissioned the project, and then she found out he died of fucking doogie. That would be nice to connect all that, because it just seemed like she didn't give a fuck, and they just moved on to another subject. So I was like, what's the point of that even whole storyline, really?
Yes.
Also, he's not stopping doogie selling because he loves his community. He's stopping him because he can't get it. So now he's being forced to move on to another drug. So this whole I'm starting to realize the impact I'm having on my community bullshit is that bullshit. Stella is fucking Lamar now, getting rid of her ass, please. Damn it. I would have to say that she's Lamar level. She can't be stopped.
She's.
I was trying to figure that one out.
What?
I thought she meant she was screwing Lamar. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, fucking can go either way. But I can see your point. She just her crying. I don't know. I just the woman tears thing was getting on my damn nerve. I just want then
when she accused the lawyer of rape, I was like, she lost her mind.
That's why I'm like, then this bitch was like, I'll say you tried to fuck me. Hold up, bitch. I'm the one that talks to your daddy. So how is that supposed to work? You think I'm gonna tell him that you said about something about me? Think about what your dumb ass just said. What? This
She's
doesn't make
not thinking at all. That character is off the chain right now. She is so desperate to leave. This is what I don't understand. She was able to sneak out when she was meeting with the guy in the park,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so if you're able to do that, what
Yes.
you need to do is pack a small little bag and get out of Dodge. I don't understand why she can't. If you can take that time to go to the park and meet him, you could just disappear. What it is she want to take all her shit with her. If you really want to go,
You can just go.
Just go. Drop everything that you got, forget about your clothes, and hit the bricks. I'm sure she got money. I'm sure. So, yeah. This is a dumb storyline.
And then why, to your point, why hasn't the feds come to see her about this whole investigation shit? Like, she's supposed to be a protective witness. What happened to that? What happened to Chin? You know, that whole thing has gone nowhere. Like, Chin is already convicted now. He's not. Like, she still needs to testify or something. And like, that hasn't gone anywhere. Like, it don't, fuck this show, man. I don't want to do this no more. All right. Stacey, anything else?
No,
I'm
no.
gonna get double cross. Something I actually want to talk about. Kim, anything else?
No. Kill Stella. Just one headshot.
Boom.
I feel Columbo, I mean, she deserves it. Columbo should just go ahead and do that and be like, I don't know what happened. So sorry. You know, I mean, he's a made man. He might be able to get away with it. So
He can kill her and then blame it on the other guy that she killed.
he could. He
Right.
really could. Yeah.
I tried to save her, but I had to kill him, but he already got her.
That's it.
All right.
Because she deserves it. Mamie needs to just sit down and just be pretty. That's it. Just sit down, be pretty. Because you don't have any power. No one respects you because you married a gangster. So make better choices. How about that? After Bumpy dies, make better choices, right? Your next boyfriend should probably not be a drug kingpin. How about that? Right. So and then I am not feeling Elise storyline. Is why do we have to continuously see this young lady? Now, I have no problem with the actress. I have a problem with her character. Just there's no purpose. She has no purpose to the show. None. She walks in, she says her 5-minute monologue to her stepmother, and then she goes and meets with Omar and his mother, and then she's gone. I'm like, I don't care about this woman at all. So yeah, we could put her back on drugs. That would be good.
That's
better storyline.
She gets on that cocaine because it keeps you going.
But let her do some cocaine. Because when Mamie was like, "Oh yeah, you don't drink," I was like, "Damn, like that was mean," you know.
Actually, I thought to your point, I actually thought she was gonna be like, she's so stressed or whatever. She was actually gonna take a glass, and then we were gonna see some like character development to be like, why all of a sudden are you drinking again? I really thought.
Well, I mean, her nerves are frayed. She's worried about her fantasy husband Malcolm being killed. So
right.
Yeah, right. She might have to go back on some stuff, right? We don't know.
When he's assassinated, that's when she relapsed.
Yeah.
That's when it will happen.
In the corner, right as soon as he's dying, you know, they take
needle
him out.
In the arm, everything. Yep.
And they
he's
show
dead.
her.
Yeah, there you go. We figured it out. When
That's
he's assassinated, at least is addict again.
Yeah, that'll work.
There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
Poor Margaret, you know. But anyway.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
But other than that, like even Powell, his character, I love the actor, but there's no purpose to him. They didn't give him enough purpose in the show. And he doesn't remember in the beginning of the show, he would hang out with like Stacey's picture. This is what we saw in the beginning was them three hanging out. Yeah. We haven't seen that in how long? Since season 1. So I'm like, why put these 3 actors together in the beginning and then split them up at the end? You know what I mean? Like they're why people watch the show. It's for that, you know, that group. And they just took them away. I'm like, this is ridiculous. But anywho, that's my rant. I don't know. It's gonna be the same show next week, same storyline, same everything. So
we will see. We will see. Chris, any final words?
Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix is who they need to introduce next. And
was
then
Bob
they
Marley
need,
Stockton?
huh?
Bob Marley. That was the
Bob
70s.
Marley. Oh, Bob Marley was a little bit later, wasn't he? Or I guess it could have been around. Yeah. That's the only place that Bumpy hasn't gone to, and that was Jamaica. So why not? Like, send him over there. You know what I mean? Why not? You know, it's just they're doing just a nice little recycling and repeat thing. I'm kind of, like I said, the whole thing with the Malcolm X story thing. I'm just kind of over it. You know, it was cool at first, especially when it was kind of intertwined more with Bumpies, and now that's not happening. It's just like. It's just like watching History Channel. Like, oh, this is, well, much loosely based off of like what's going on when he went to Africa. I was about to say, oh, it was like we're just watching the History Channel, sort of. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah. You're right about the Elise thing. It was more interesting when she was on drugs. Unfortunately, you know what I mean? I hate to just say that about a Black character in the show, but it was. You know what I mean?
You just don't like Black women.
Yeah, no, I just hate when Black people succeed. I mean, that's why anytime I watch that's why when you watch Sidney Poitier, you're like, damn, yeah, he's an Oscar winner, but like, you're boring. You're winning all the time. Stop it. Like, stop winning. Stop it.
I love it.
You know what I mean? God damn it, Sidney. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know. Let's hope it does better. I doubt it though. So that's it.
Thanks, Chris. Giovanni, please.
When they had that off week, I think I realized this, and I haven't said it on here, but the reason why the show is called Godfather of Harlem is because they're trying to be the Godfather, and that's why we keep seeing the mafia. Is like it's the Godfather, but it's of Harlem. They're trying to like do that whole thing, like to make him like the sixth family, and it's not working at all. As far as going forward, I wanted Mamie when she was sitting at the table, and she's negotiating with the guy that Bumpy does business with. I'm like, I wanted that number to do something. Like when Powell came back and said, we got outbid and somebody got bribed. I wanted her to be like, okay, next time I'm going to have him, I'll give him the 5% and he will take that 2% and use it for bribes. Like I need something to mean something instead of these disposable stories.
Storylines. Yeah.
Like, can we build on stuff or grow, or like it's not going anywhere? And I'm like, when the Nathaniel character gave Bumpy the cocaine, Bumpy, no questions asked. Not, have you been using it? Do I have something to worry about? No, you got a new drug? Okay, let's
do it.
That. Like, who cares if you could be jeopardizing what little shambles of a business I have left?
Yeah.
There's ways to develop a story, and they're just like ignoring certain things and just trying to get to the point of what objective, I don't know. But I'm like, I don't see how Jose Babel is going to necessarily become like the Malcolm whisperer that he claims to be at the end of the episode. Yeah. I'm like, why would Bumpy Johnson all of a sudden start spilling the tea, so to say, on Malcolm? So to him, just like, oh, how's business going? And your friend Malcolm, what was he doing last night? Like, how does that come up? Like, and he's a commie Negro because he wants equality, or like, they need to flush out the rationale of where these characters are coming from, because
equality is communism. You didn't know that?
Everyone's equal. So it's like that is the foundation of communism. Like they'll be like, we're all one. Like there's one better than the other. It is weird.
They didn't flush out the.
But I'm saying he came to this country to. I'm like, in a, so to say, so he came to this country to get to escape a dictatorship, right? And then doesn't want others to be dictated to. That's the I guess the rub, so to say. That's what I'm saying. He's like, yeah, you people can be dictated, you can be dictated to, but I want to escape dictation. That's kind of like more or less what I'm saying.
Well, we gotta say how the storyline develops, man. Stacey, you were saying?
I said it was interesting that they didn't flush out Nathaniel's connect. He was like, "Oh yeah, I got this from this guy, but he's out of the picture." You mean like the dead guy that's in the middle of the street? Like you just
right.
And he's Babel's. He worked for Babel, and he's not important. Nobody cares.
And no, right? Like, where's his people to be like? Now we got to kill Nate at least because they murdered my dealer, like the only cocaine dealer in all of fucking Spanish Harlem,
right.
And like no one gives no fucks. Like they just kept it moving.
And what's up with his wife? Like, what was the whole point of having her just for her to just poof?
Also facts. I don't fuck no. Bumpy's power came from the mob. Joe Colombo is now dumb. Why the hell you think this girl wouldn't try to set you up after she told you she snitched on her own dad? Facts.
No, what he said after she shot the guy, why would he go against your father and try to kill me? I'm like, doesn't that say next episode, oh, he gonna find out that he said that she told her father that he tried to fuck me? Like,
so I don't know, man. They didn't kill this fucking character. They should have shown how Bumpy was going to sell the cocoa. I mean, he's gonna give it to the people on the street. He only got 2 dudes, and then they're gonna find some other people off camera to sell the cocoa.
But there was a third guy this episode. There was a third guy.
Oh,
remember, he was like, "How is this guy gonna be sewing or whatever?" And he just pointed to that third guy. It was a third guy.
It's like at least, huh?
Where's Whoopi Goldberg?
Also true. She's doing.
Well,
Star
she's
Trek.
the accountant, right? So
She got a camp for all these cocaine.
But no,
she's on Harlem right now. She's on season 2. Thank you.
And Star Trek.
Yes, and they made her
a season.
Oh, they brought it back on Star Trek
now.
on Picard or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. They're bringing everybody the original.
Yeah, it's the last season. Generation. So everybody's coming.
Oh damn! I might actually check that out. Damn.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, because he 80. Fuck. I mean, like they got riding the show out.
Exactly.
Wait, what show are you talking about?
Picard.
Star Trek or Picard? Yeah, Picard.
Oh, Picard. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
But it's Star Trek.
Basically, yeah.
It's Star Trek. When you bring the whole crew back, just not the
everybody. Yeah, just like one last ride, like right? Vin Diesel. Like Vin Diesel had one last ride again.
But then somehow they're gonna have a ship, and this is what we call the Enterprise. I'm pretty sure that's copyrighted somehow.
There's nothing better than having a ship full of family. You know what I mean?
Then they ride off in the warp speed. Yeah. I still think William Shatner in the original crew did it better. In the Undiscovered Country, their last episode, like their actual last movie, like that was awesome. Like to see them kind of ride off into the space sunset, I thought that was awesome. As a fan of the movies, at least I wasn't old enough to watch the show. Anyway, we'll continue this bullshit show until it's over. And by that I mean Godfather of Harlem. And see where it goes. Hey, thank y'all for commenting. Please like on the video and stuff. Chris, Jamani, I will see you next week. The ladies and I shall be doing the double cross. Mayor of Kingstown at this rate will be done for the rest of the season. We'll just do a video for the rest for the remaining episodes. We got a full roster, unless something falls off. Mandalorian will be done during the week. So we can adjust for that. So if you want to do that, text me, let me know. I'll talk to Stephanie and see when she wants to do it, because she doesn't want a few shows she want to do, so we'll work that out. That starts this week, so it starts Wednesday. So we got that. I'm gonna go see Ant-Man 3. Damn it! So we can review that. Fuck you, Chris.
we are reviewing that.
Oh, we gonna do Ant-Man. We're gonna do Ant-Man.
I don't know about. I'm on the fence about Creed, but I don't.
No, that's a no. That's a no.
That's a no.
That's a no. Stereotypes and the same fucking storyline, bro.
You don't want to see Michael B. Jordan's direct.
Fuck all that. I'm not. Fuck all that. Like this is.
The sexiest man in the world next to the newest sexiest man in the world.
This is Rocky 4. We're doing Rocky 4 with 2 black men. I'm good.
It is, and then coming out it's coming out 3/3/23.
Oh,
Third Creed. That's why.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Oh my God, holy shit!
and St.
Oh, I'm
Patrick's
definitely
Day.
seen it now.
And St. Patrick's Day. I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
For Power Book 2. Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, man. Anyway, all right,
guys.
let's get to the Cross family, which is growing every episode. See y'all.